What's up, guys? It's Devon here. Man, what a win by John Rahm. Uh, I great week, great week this week. You know, we'll get into the RBC Heritage here in a second, but yeah, man, John Rahm uh starts off four putting hole number one, first day, four putts hole number one, and I'm thinking, whoa, this could be a problem. But man, hey, hell of a performance by Brooks. Really slipped away at the end there. But John Rahm, man, thank you, John. What a week. What a Sunday. Um, I end up profiting on Draftkings. I end up hitting two outright tickets on John Rahm. I had a 9-1 ticket that I bet on before DraftKings released their boost like option, because I just didn't think John Rahm's number was gonna get better, so I got in early. And then when the boost came out, I boosted 9-1 to 12-1 on DraftKings, so I had that ticket. I had both of those hit. I also cashed a Victor Hovland top 10, and I got a slight return on a Xander Schauffele top 10. He was T10, so it really kind of didn't end up being a profit on that one, but I did hit it, even though it was actually gave me less money back than I put in. But all in all, great week. I love the Masters. That's 2 years in a row I've hit an outright on the Masters. Man, from the John Rahm hater, I told you last week I am a John Rahm hater, and I took a stand. And I said I'm playing him, I'm batting him last week, and it came through. I would have had a little bit better of a DraftKings like lineup wise day if Xander would have done a little bit more. Vic kind of slid down the leaderboard. Didn't have that good of a round four. Shot awesome in round three. This morning, five birdies in a row there. Really put himself in position to possibly, if he would have came back out and shot five under again, he would have been right there with Rahm. And unfortunate, it's Easter Sunday. I didn't get to watch a lot of the play. I did see John Rahm's last two holes. I did see quite a bit of the third round this morning. But man, what a great Sunday. And then also to cap it off, the Golf Gambling Podcast. Follow them on YouTube. Subscribe to them on YouTube. Follow them on Spotify and Apple and all those other platforms. I got in this week for them. They were giving away a TaylorMade Stealth 2 driver. Did the things that they asked, and to cap off the night, I ended up winning that as well. So, hey, it was it was a great Sunday. Great, spent the day with family, got to eat some good food, got to watch John Rahm win. I had a awesome, turnout with the outrights and the top tens, and did well with my lineups as well. And then I cap it off with winning the driver as well. So it is a great Sunday. I am not complaining. It was a great weekend. I didn't get to watch as much golf as I wanted to, just doing family things, spending time with the girl, and then the weather delays kind of messed things up. I could have watched quite a bit on Saturday. Unfortunately, play got suspended and got moved to Sunday morning, so I didn't really get to see as much as I wanted to. The Masters is my favorite event to watch. But all in all, great week. That sums up last week. Let's dive into the research show this week. We got another big event, RBC Heritage, another elevated event. So it's interesting. There were some guys. I'm just gonna go back and look at what we had on the the leaderboard, you had wow, what a performance by Phil Mickelson. The Live guys actually came and showed up. You had Phil Mickelson and Brooks Koepka tied for second. You had Patrick Reed tied for fourth. Who else was up here? Was there anybody else? Neiman was tied 16th. So some of the Live guys, showed up. Harold Varner, T29. Gooch, T20, T34. Answer, T39. So it's interesting to see, Dustin Johnson, T48. He had a really bad last two rounds. But it was very interesting to see the dynamic. It was cool to see Brooks up there. And, out of all the Live guys, Brooks was the guy that I would have been okay winning, because after seeing how honest with himself he was in the Netflix show and his reasonings for going to Live, everybody can, shit on, who backs it and all that. But Brooks really felt like his game was he was not able to compete on the PGA Tour anymore. And, he took the guaranteed money, and hey, it's different than, just being like, I'm going for the money. Brooks genuinely thought, I can't compete with these guys. I might as well go get my money while I can. And to see him win last week in Orlando on the Live event, again, you can say what you want about the competition or whatever. He still won. And then he comes and he finishes tied second at the Masters after holding the 54 lead. Man, I was surprised. If there was someone I wanted to ruin my day, it would have been Brooks Koepka. I would have been okay with it. So, all in all, great event. I could go on about the Masters. It was awesome. Moving on to RBC Heritage. So another elevated event. It's going to be important in one and done to get it right. So I wish I had Jordan Spieth this week. I think Jordan Spieth might win. I think Jordan Spieth might win this event, especially with the way he played on Sunday at the Masters. I mean, what did he shoot on Sunday? Let's just take a look. He shot 6 under in the fourth round, but then before that, I don't know if he was on the back nine or the front nine. Not the best third round. Bogeyed 1, double bogeyed 5, bogeyed 9, bogeyed 10, birdie 12, bogey 14th, and birdie 15th, and then he came out and shot 6 under, and I believe he could have been tied for second if he bogeyed the last hole, if I remember correctly. He did. So yeah, he went birdie 1 and 2, bogey 4, birdie 5, bogey 6, birdie 8, birdie 9, birdie 10, birdie 14, 15, birdie 17, and then bogeyed 18, or he would have been tied with Koepka and Mickelson for second. So yeah, we are looking at an event where the course is shorter. It's kind of new. A lot of guys are going to be in play this week. I can tell you right now, I'm already looking at guys like Tom Kim, Colin Morikawa, Tom Hoagie, Shane Lowry. A lot of these guys that are really good with their irons, shorter hitters. I think this is a week that these guys could get it done. So those are some guys I'll be looking at to bet on early on. Guys I'll be looking at my one and done. I used Xander last week. Get the T10 out of him. Okay. I didn't have John Rahm available to me, or else I would have used him. So yeah, moving forward, here we go. RBC Heritage. What I got in the custom stat model this week. So there's a couple things we're going to look at. We're going to look at guys that are good on Pete Dye courses, and then we're going to look at the custom stat model as well. So starting with the custom stat model, I've got 30% on strokes gain approach, 10% on strokes gain around the green, 10% on strokes gain putting, 10% on strokes gain ball striking, 10% on birdies or better gain, 10% on strokes gain par 5, 10% on good drives, and 10% on greens gained. So what we're really looking for are good approach players, guys that are going to be playing out of the fairway, hitting greens. Most of these holes, these guys are going to be clubbing down, not hitting driver. It's going to be important to putt well this week. So that's what we're looking at. Heritage, if you want to look at the course breakdown, you can see you're going to see some birdies. Hole 2 is a par 5, 555 yards. 550 yards, yep. 50% birdie rate, almost a 3% eagle rate. Same thing with hole 5. It's another par 5, 569 yards. 2% eagle rate, 44% birdie rate. You could see some trouble here on 3 and 4. They have 20 and 15% chance of bogeys. Not seeing a lot of birdies there. More likely to get par. But yeah, and then you have a 332 yard par 4. Don't know if it's drivable. I'm not too sure, but that could be drivable for some guys. You do see a slight chance of an eagle, more likely birdie or par. So yeah, these the par 3s are the difficult holes. You got 14, which is the number 1 difficult hole at this course. It's 192 yards. Only a 10% chance for birdie, 65% chance for par, and 17% chance for bogey. And you even have a 8.4% chance of a double bogey. So, yeah, the par 3s are looking difficult ranking-wise. The par 3s are the 1st, the 7th, 10th, and is there another one? And the 5th hardest holes. Yeah, so they're all in the top 10 hardest holes on the course. So it's going to be important to score on the par 5s. All the par 5s here are very scoreable. And so that's why we're looking at strokes gained par 5s a lot. So what we've got from the custom stat model. Tony Finau, number 1. Tony Finau is going to always come up number 1 because his approach play and his ball striking are really good. He's good. Birdie's a better gain. It's interesting to see the pricing because it's gonna look a little bit different than last week because you had the live guys. You had a Cam Smith at 9,800. You had a Brooks Koepka at 7,600. You had a Dustin Johnson at 8,800. So it's going to be interesting to see the pricing this week. Obviously, Rahm's probably going to be the highest priced. I would say Scotty is number 2. Rory's number 3. Man, can we talk about Rory for a second? It says he practices 81 holes at Augusta over, the 2-3 week stretch where he was going and then going to events and then coming back. Plays 81 practice holes and he misses the cut. And this is the year that everybody thought he was going to finish the Grand Slam, and he misses the cut. Crazy. I will not be looking at Rory this week. Scotty Scheffler is a real look. So John Rahm, Scotty Scheffler, and Roy McIlroy come out that way in my model. Rahm is 4, Scheffler is 5, Rory is 6. Yeah, I would not be opposed to going back to Rahm. Scotty, I could see doing well. His putter was terrible this week. It was really bad. At one point in round 3, he was losing 2 strokes putting. I didn't see what he did after he came back from the play suspension, but I think before the play suspension, he was losing 2 strokes putting, and that was the big difference between him, Rahm, Cantlay, Brooks, guys like that. So, yeah, I don't know. I could see going back to Rahm. Scotty, I think, is a play, and I just think I'm going to stay away from Rory. I don't know, man. That really could have messed with his mental there. But 2 other guys that are interesting, Xander Schauffele, Patrick Cantlay come out 2 and 3 in the model. I played Xander this week. I played him in one and done. It was an okay performance. I mean, it wasn't anything spectacular. Patrick Cantlay was doing really well and then just lost it in round 4. But he's a great Pete Dye player. He lost to Spieth in a playoff at this event. So if we want to take a look, it was last year. Yeah, Spieth won last year. Patrick Cantlay lost to him in a playoff. You see some of the guys that do pretty well here. A good comparable would be 2020. It was if it was not the first, it was one of the first events back, and a lot of the big guys were playing the event. But you had an interesting top of the leaderboard. You had guys like Matt Fitzpatrick up there, T14. Justin Thomas was T8. Tyrrell Hatton was T3. But yeah, most of the big guys played that year. Hovland was T21. John Rahm T33. So Rory T41. Max Homa T41. So a lot of the big guys played that event. You had Morikawa T64. Same thing as Xander. Spieth was T68. Lowry missed the cut. Sungjae missed the cut. So you had a lot of guys that played in 2020 because it was one of the first events back. But yeah, last year Spieth won. Can't beat Cantlay in the playoff. But you had a lot of interesting names here at the top. JT Poston, who great course history. JT Poston, T3 in 2022, T8 in 2020, and a T6 in 2019. So I think JT Poston is a look, and he's going to be the first guy I start. Also, Kuchar seems to have a pretty good record here. Just a dink and dunk course. Seems to fit Kuchar. At Valero, he had the history. He's got the history here. T3, T18, T41, second, T23. I'm sure he's probably played it more than that. Let's just take a look at him real quick. I'm kind of bouncing all over the place, but it's 10 o'clock at night. I want to get this video out tonight, so I apologize, but I just want to get something out. Wow. Hold on. Let me do it this way. RBC Heritage. Matt Kuchar has not missed a cut here. This goes back to 2012. He has not missed a cut here. And I don't think I'm making that same mistake as I did at the Valero. I didn't play him. Should have. Yeah, he's won here. 44th, 35th, 1st, 5th, 9th, 11th, 23rd, 2nd, 41st, 18th, and the 3rd last year. I don't think I'm making that same mistake. I think I might be playing Matt Kuchar. So yeah. Matt Kuchar's getting a star there. But yeah, we gotta watch Will Zalatoris. Wow. Hey, remember when I made him a core play? And then we did the final look on Tuesday night, and I switched from Zalatoris. I said I was worried about him switching his putting grip, so I took him off as a core play. If you missed that, if you saw the core play video, missed the final thoughts video, and didn't see that I switched off of Zalatoris as a core play, and I went to Xander Schauffele as a core play, sorry. Unfortunate. He withdrew before he even teed off. Couldn't see that coming and said it was injury. So we got to watch him this week for a withdrawal. There was another one. Aaron Wise is the other one. We got to watch for him. And, of course, you got to watch Hideki. Watch out. Hideki always likes to do that. But, yeah, so the top 10 in the model, Tony Finau, Xander Schauffele, Patrick Cantlay, John Rahm, Scotty Scheffler, Rory McIlroy, Max Homa, Jason Day, Tyrrell Hatton, Tom Kim. Notables outside of the top 10, Collin Morikawa at 11, Tom Hoagie at 12, Shane Lowry at 13, Sungjae at 15, Justin Thomas at 18, Jordan Spieth at 20. Yeah, so let's take a look. Let's switch it to strokes gained. We'll do last 24 rounds. And let's look at Pete Dye courses. There it is. And we'll see what we get out of that. I think this is a big tell. This is going to really help us out. So, strokes gained total at Pete Dye courses over the last 24 rounds. Shane Lowry is number 1. Corey Connors, number 2. Scotty Scheffler, 3. Tyrrell Hatton, 4. Sung J M, 5. Victor Hovland, 6. Patrick Cantlay, 7. John Rahm, 8. Tony Finau and EVR, Eric Van Rooyen, tied for 9th. And then you got guys like Russell Henley. Hey, Russell Henley snuck up that leaderboard on Sunday at the Masters. Like him. I like him this week too. Some notables outside of that. So you have Henley at 11. You got Justin Thomas at 14. Xander Schauffele at 15. Colin Morikawa at 17. Tommy Fleetwood at 18. JT Poston at 20. JT Poston at 20. That's interesting. Any other guys down here that we could be looking at? Matt Kuchar, 29. I'm going to start Matt Kuchar. I'm going to start him right now. So let me go back to the custom stat model. Load it back up real quick. Take Pete Dye courses off. Load it. Sorry. So I'm going to just go through real quick and talk about some of the guys that I'll be looking at. This is probably an event that I wouldn't mind, like betting-wise, maybe taking a few bombs. Wouldn't surprise me. Wouldn't surprise me if you see a bomb win it. I mean, you've seen what Nick Taylor compete at Phoenix. Kurt Kitayama won Arnold Palmer. These guys that you aren't the big dogs, they can compete, and especially if the courses suit them. So yeah. So let's take a look. I like. Did this change? Did they just load the master stats? It totally just changed in the middle. They did. They loaded the master stats. Okay. So let's scrub. They just updated it. Okay. So now John Rahm ranks out number 1 in my model. Scotty Scheffler 2. Tony Finau 3. Xander Schauffele 4. Patrick Cantlay 5. Colin Morikawa 6. Wyndham Clark 7. Jordan Spieth 8th. Max Homa 9th. Tyrrell Hatton 10th. Ricky Fowler 11th. Now, everybody loves Ricky. Does not have a good course history here. So I'll be staying away from Ricky. But I can tell you right now, I like Tyrrell Hatton. I like Jordan Spieth. I like Colin Morikawa. I like Patrick Cantlay, but man, that Sunday performance was terrible. Other guys. So yeah, you got Matt Kuchar. I like Sung Jae. Who else? I like Tom Hoagie. Shane Lowry. Jason Day. He's 59th in approach, 3rd around the green, 4th in putting. I don't know. Maybe not. Any other guys down here that I really like? Tom Kim. What happened with Tom Kim? Let's see what he did at the Masters. He finished 16th. I think that's a good, way back into the right direction for him. Did he not play Heritage? He did not. But this is a course I could see Tom Kim doing really good at. I like Tom Kim. Starring him. Tyler Duncan, a guy at short courses, I like. As a cheap guy, not gonna star him. Svensson's a guy I like. I like Svensson. He missed the cut at the Masters. I know that. But he can play these short, courses. Pete Dye. Is there a way to look at Pete Dye within like a player? Whatever. But Pete Dye designed players did pretty well. I like his numbers. So Svensson could be a look. I'm gonna star him. Anybody else? If we're talking putting, you're gonna like Denny McCarthy. I want to switch back over to the Pete Dye real quick with the custom model. Let's just see what it pops out with the custom model. Yeah, Shane Lowry, Corey Connors, Sung J M, EVR, Scotty Scheffler, Tony Finau, Victor Hovland, Patrick Cantlay, Russell Henley. Let's start Russell Henley. I like Russell Henley. Keegan Bradley, Chris Kirk. I could see Chris Kirk doing well here. But I would say like right now my favorite plays are Jordan Spieth, Tom Kim, Shane Lowry, JT Poston, Russell Henley. That's just like an early look. I don't want to make this too long. I apologize. It wasn't the most in-depth, just kind of talking about it. We'll be more in-depth tomorrow on the DraftKings show. I just wanted to get something out there to get the conversation rolling for RBC. I got home late tonight. Just wanted to get something out. So yeah, really looking at Jordan Spieth. Something's telling me Jordan Spieth is gonna freaking win it, or Shane Lowry. Maybe Shane Lowry. What has Shane Lowry done at RBC Heritage? Let's just look real quick. Oh, Shane Lowry. Okay, exclude that Canadian. 44th, 3rd, missed cut, 9th, 3rd. What did he do at the Masters? What was he doing? Finished 16th. Courses he's played well at Honda. He plays well at Honda all the time. Did it again. Plays well here. I mean, it just seems like a no-brainer play. I mean, yeah, 3rd last year. That's an ownership thing. Yeah. All right, we won't get too much further into it. I just want to get something out real quick, get us talking. We'll watch out for the DraftKings show tomorrow night. I think I might just start doing like the DraftKings and the betting all in one. I'll have my one and done pick, or a couple options for one and done tomorrow night. I might do, if I'm not out Tuesday night, I might do the final thoughts video on Tuesday, because that just gives us a little better understanding on the weather, better understanding on the field if there's any withdrawals or anything like that, better understanding on ownership. So yeah, when pricing is released tomorrow, we will have a video tomorrow night, and we'll be a little bit more in depth on it, and I'll do some more notes, and yeah, I just really didn't get to dive too deep into it today and really do a lot of research, and so custom model might be a little bit different tomorrow. But yeah, we'll talk about the core plays and everything like that tomorrow. It's a little bit harder for me with, like, it was easier last week to do more content because the pricing came out the Friday before, so I was able to do, research, do a DraftKings show, do a core plays video, do a final thoughts video. It's just a little bit harder for me to do it when, pricing and things like that don't come out until Monday, and then I got to do, all of it on Monday. So, yeah. All right, we'll see you tomorrow night. Just getting feelers out there tonight. We'll do more in-depth analysis tomorrow, talk more about each salary range and my core plays, my possible one-and-done picks, what I'm betting. If you want, I release my betting cards, like I do them like right when I'm betting in the morning, because like the betting odds come out at like typically like 7 a.m. on Monday morning. So if you want to like know right away when I'm betting, on Twitter, just my first and last name, you'll find me. You'll see all the content. Let's turn out another great week. This was a great week. This was awesome. So I'll see you guys tomorrow night for the better in-depth DraftKings show with all the pricing and everything. And yeah, we'll get in the green again this week. So see you guys tomorrow night. Hope it was a great week for you. Happy Easter, everybody.